Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. Last time, we finished up doing a fair bit of the breeding and grinding, but in the midst of it, we managed to clear the E-Class in the arena, which has now opened up a fair bit. But, if you remember, we never brought a monster with fire to those guys in the Bazaar, and I want to clear that up first while working on our new party members. So very specifically, we want to hatch the butterfly, and eventually the slime, and even the tortragon for an ability it will learn that will unlock yet another gate. That's actually the reason I went out of my way to get this, because it would help us later. Though, seeing as right now we are focusing strictly on improving J, I want to hatch the butterfly, which I want to go evaluate it and make sure it will be the correct gender, namely the female. So let's go take a look. Hello there, Miss Evaluator. Let's take a look here. Butterfly. Cutie little egg. It's a very healthy one. Expect a lot. It'll grow up pretty fast. He's great. A boy. No, 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 no. We can't be having that. So yeah, 150 gold for a blessing. It's expensive, but it will be worth it, because this will get Jay some skills that he needs, namely charge up. But I figure with Jay, Judy, and the resulting butterfly, we'll be pretty powerful and should have enough to take on that old gate that we didn't do before. So let us hatch our butterfly. Aw, look at her. Ain't she cute? Let's see. Seeing as she is a butterfly, you know, that's actually a really cute name, naming her Honey. We'll go with that. Or I guess Honey, as it would be. But I like Honey. That's cute. Take Honey with you now? Well, I'm going to say no, because we need to open up that gate. And in order to do that, we need a monster with fire skill. And if you remember, during all the grinding, we recruited a demonite by pure chance. Admittedly, I was fully prepared to just give away Dran, but seeing as the demonite willingly joined us, I figured that'll work. So yeah, here they are, and they know Blazemore. That's fire. So come along. Now, for this, you want to make sure that whatever monster you have that you want to give away is in the first slot. It doesn't matter if none of your other monsters know fire moves, but because Judy knows Fireball, we at least want Demo before her. So we will put Demo in front, Jay and Judy, and then we should be able to go down to the Bazaar and hand over the Demonite. Now, even though the Demonite can't actually use Blazemore because he doesn't have the MP, it luckily does not matter. So, that is a good thing. Now, in addition to doing this gate that I had forgotten about, well, not forgotten, just hadn't opened yet because I was trying to get a better monster for it, there are some other things that have opened, including another breeding opportunity along with Pedo and the guy at the bar. The new opportunity is actually up with the Queen and Mick. He will offer to breed his lizard man with you if you annoy him enough. We'll be doing that eventually.
Darn, why can't I start the fire? Hey, dude, don't you have some monster that makes fire?
We do.
Oh, you have one then. Can you give us your demo?
So, the big reason this is such a big question is you will permanently be losing this monster. This is why I wanted to be careful. So absolutely, you can take him. Harry gave your demo.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now I can light a fire. This goes here, then wow.
And just like that,
Wow, no way. Such a thing in a place like this. Go ahead, it's yours. Thanks for the monster.
so yeah, we get a brand new gate. And although it's not swirling, trust me, it is new. Changing the screen will fix that. So now, I want to go back and pick up Honey. I figure using this old gate will be a really good opportunity and chance for us to actually level her up. It'll be a good way to do two birds with one stone, you see. Now, I guess, too, seeing as we're passing by, I may as well show off the fact that Mick will breed with you. Also, if you talk to people you've bred with, why don't you breed with my... Oh, right, I forgot. We hadn't bred with Pedo yet. We were getting up to that point. So actually, I should talk to the bar guy. For some reason in my head, I keep thinking that we've already done that. But no, just getting ahead of myself. We'll be there soon enough.
If you're aiming for D-class now, watch out for Vic. Breed many monsters and teach them lots of skills. And you'll make powerful monsters. Good luck.
So yeah, they'll usually have new dialogue, and some of them will even comment on the monsters they receive. I don't think they'll say them by name, but they will bring it up. Should we go up? Hey there, Mick. I'm Mick. It's hard to deal with all my fans. The Queen gave me a personal invitation. If you become famous, you'll be invited too. Why are you bugging me so much? I'll let you breed with my monster to get you off my back. I only have weak monsters. Mine is Lizard Man. Here's my monster. So yeah, Lizard Man here is... Actually gotta look at my notes because I did not bring them up here. But I want to say he is level 20 if memory serves. Look here, yep. He's level 20 with 80 HP, 40 MP, 130 attack, and then 70 in everything else. Now the neat thing about this Lizard Man is that it innately knows Heal, Vivify, and Strong Defense. These are all pretty phenomenal abilities, and frankly, you probably shouldn't pass it up. Now, for these two things, or well, for these breeding chances, they will eventually go away, so we can't sit on this forever. Specifically, I believe this one will go away if we pass D class, so we'll have some time to do this. But as of right now, I really don't have a great idea for what I want to do with this. The skills are amazing. So what I was thinking is maybe grab a slime, breed it with that, and then breed that with our slime +2 that we also made. But I'm also just not sure. Why not breed with my Lizard Man? Well, want to breed again, stop by. The Lizard Man says Ag Devil is its type. This is a funny little typo. If you breed it with a devil, you will get a Lionex, which is a pretty darn good monster, and I think what they were trying to go for by saying a devil, but it got lost in translation and became Ag Devil. Because if you breed it with Ag Devil, you don't really get anything unique. So, that's the guess. But, hey, it still can't be terrible, right? Still, if you bred it with an Ag Devil, I think it still just produces a Lionex. But, anyways, like I said, it's a useful thing. I just don't know what I want to pair with it yet. I'll have to stew on that. Now, seeing as we're already here, let's talk with the Queen. I am the Queen of Grapeshire. Will you comply with my request? I long to see a monster called Wing Slime. Bring me the slime with wings. So also upon clearing E-Class, the Queen's Request quest line becomes available. You'll bring her various monsters, she'll give you various rewards. It's quite lucrative. Now, in order to get a winged slime, all we have to do is breed a slime with a bird. It's that easy. Though, seeing as we're in the midst of this massive breeding chain to make Jay this much better, or at least his offspring, same with Slib's offspring and Hale's, it might be a little minute before I actually properly do all of that, but I do plan on trying to do most of it. The only thing in this game I really don't plan on showing off is like getting every single monster, because trust me, it is a nightmare. I'll talk about it, at least, but whether or not I'll do it, I don't know. Don't bank on it, but we'll see. Otherwise, let's pick up our dearest Honey, and I guess let's take a look at her. Yeah, she's fairly average. Gullible, which isn't phenomenal, but that's fine. She's not a very long-term party member, so I plan on just bringing her along. And I think with this team, it's gonna be not great, admittedly, because we don't really have a phenomenal main attacker. I mean, I guess Jay and Judy, to be fair, have pretty good attack stats. So really, I think I'll just set them to charge and have Honey on cautious, and then I think we'll actually worry about the healing ourselves with Perry's turn. I figure that'll be a pretty alright plan. Still, with our monsters in tow, and seeing as we're passing by the bank, it might be a good idea to drop off some things. Now, as of right now, we have a bunch of really good stuff from doing all that grinding. Specifically, the wind stats, which are great for selling, but I'll keep a hold of those. And we also found, the mist staff, which blocks spells with a mist. This is effectively stop spell that Harry can use, which is pretty cool. We also got some defense seeds, and as you can see, plenty of ribs. So that's going to be really useful. So let us put some of our items. I'm going to put away the defense seeds for now, just because I don't really have anyone I immediately want to use those on. And otherwise, I think that's good for items. Let's deposit most of our money, just because, frankly, we don't need to be walking around with all that. That is our breeding fund. For right now, anyways. So, you get the idea. It's good to have some money on hand and not lose it when you get wiped out unexpectedly. So let's head on down here. And no time like the present. Let's hop on in. So here we are in the Bazaar gate. This has 9 total floors, 8 of which are random. And in here, there's actually a specific monster I want to recruit. We've already seen them before, in fact. It's a Hork. The specific reason I want a Hork is because it's a zombie monster. This is going to probably be what I breed Judy with, in fact. Just because I want to get a Dead Knight. At least I believe that's its name. Because later on, once we defeat B-Class, Mick is going to offer to breed a Dead Knight. Breeding 2 of them results in a fairly special monster. And so I figure, by doing that, we'll come out quite ahead. Speaking of, Honey increases to level 2. She gains 3 HP, 5 MP, 6 attack, 3 defense, 2 agility, 3 intelligence. And she increases to level 3. Gaining 1 HP, 3 MP, 4 attack, 2 defense, 1 agility, 2 intelligence. And increases to level 4. Man, she wasn't kidding about leveling up quick. She gains 4 HP, 3 MP, 4 attack, 3 defense, 3 agility, 4 intelligence, and learns Sap. Honey increases to level 5. Gaining no HP, 3 MP, 3 attack, 1 defense, 1 agility, no intelligence. Not bad. Good first showing. Now the nice thing is that because Judy has heal more, we can use her while walking around you gain a fair bit of HP, which will be super useful. Now, luckily, these first 4 monsters aren't all that tough, and I figure I'm not even going to bother cascading, just because, again, honey isn't really a long-term asset, so not a big deal. Plus, her leveling up fast will mean that breeding her with Jay will produce a pretty darn good monster, ideally. Speaking of, she hits level 6, gaining 3 HP, 4 MP, 5 attack, 3 defense, 2 agility, 3 intelligence. Very nice, honey. You know, every time we find a hole, I usually expect it to be across the map. Sometimes, it's literally right next to you. I ain't complaining, but sometimes, it does stupefy me. I guess maybe mystifies the better word. Either way, you get the point. Let's see, beef jerky. I don't frankly care about that. Though I do plan on using our ribs to try to recruit that hork, which I think is in the later floors here. I might be wrong, but I believe that's true. So luckily for now, we have plenty of pretty easy monsters, which is nice. And the reason I wanted to wait until this gate to get the hork is that I believe they're a slightly higher level, and if not, it's not a big deal. But I figured it'd be a good time to snag them. Ooh, Big Roost cannot dodge. Oh, very nice. I love it when our attacks go through. I also love it when Honey gains another level. She's level 7, gaining 2 HP, 5 MP, 6 attack, 3 defense, 2 agility, 3 intelligence. And wow, the Big Roost got up and is looking at us. Want to bring him into your party? Absolutely. I guess we'll just call him, Big. Sure. Sounds good to me. And for reference, let's take a look at him. Yeah, level 8. Pretty good, though his stats are frankly abysmal. Oh my gosh. Yeah, wow. Okay, there's a reason I don't use these guys. That's one of them. But if we recruit a slime, we can now, as long as it's female, breed her with that Big Roost and make the wing slime for the queen. That would be quite ideal, wouldn't it? Still, we have to find a slime for that. Pork chop. That might be worth grabbing. Ooh, and we have dragon kids, so we've changed the enemy pool by the looks of it. Not a bad thing, just something to keep in mind. Wow, 70 damage, oh my goodness. I think we're going to be getting to the point in the game where we're going to start doing upwards of 100 damage, which is going to be really awesome. Alright, good. I was going to say I kinda should have healed Honey there, but I figured it'd work out. Speaking of Honey, she gains another level and is level 8. Gaining 2 HP, 4 MP, 5 attack, 2 defense, 0 agility, and 2 intelligence. And she learns Rob Magic. A skill that frankly I really don't care for, but hey, better than nothing. Use an herb on her. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, her stats are already doing much better. The HP leaves a little to be desired, but hey, it's not terrible. Ooh. Well. Oh hey look! Bean Man! So yeah, if we hadn't gone out of our way to make our own custom Bean Man, you can find him here. So this is a great place to get map magic. I like the way we did it just because it combined it into one monster, rather than having to mix the Stub Suck and then Bean Man. Still, it's a perfectly valid way if you've already, say, bred your Stub Suck and then find the Bean Man. Speaking of, there's a lot of water, very nice. These purple tiles, when you walk on them, deal 2 damage to your entire party. This is the reason I wanted Step Guard and another one of the reasons I kind of waited to come here, because with it, we can walk on it as much as we please. Now, be warned, you can still encounter battles on those tiles, but although they will, be a battle, it'll actually prevent you from taking the damage for stepping on the tile. So, it's kind of nice. Big Roost. Nothing we can't handle. So them fending off attacks is kind of annoying. I'm also admittedly a little surprised that Judy isn't using her spells. I kind of figured she would. Well. Now I'm taking a bit of a risk here. Alright, good. I was going to say, if I didn't heal Honey, there's a chance she might die. But instead, she gains a nice big ol' level, hitting level 9. She gains 4 HP, 5 MP, 6 attack, 4 defense, 3 agility, and 4 intelligence. And her sap becomes defense. Very nice. Let's see. Let's use Judy's heal more. Didn't mean to do that on Jay, but I'm sure he appreciates it. There we go. It's also the reason I do like Judy, or not Judy, Honey defending, is because if she happens to take an attack from them fending, it won't do as much damage. It'll still hurt, though. Also, if you've noticed, the gimmick with this Bazaar dungeon is that a lot of the floors are really small. Also, hello, Caterpillar Monster. We will be happily defeating you. Ideally. Ooh, and there was an interesting thing. If you remember, Honey doesn't really have very good personality, but because of that, when she guarded, her fear actually boosted her guard, which I believe increases the amount of defense it gives her from guarding. So, like I said, having a not great personality in some stats can actually be a good idea. Generally, I just give everyone hot blood because it's so much easier than trying to hunt for a specific personality, but it can be worth your time. If, you know them and what they do. Okay, Big Rooster Dragon Kid. Very nice. Judy casting Fireball. Surprisingly, it does do damage to the Dragon Kid. Even Honey's getting in on the damage. Very good. Let's see. Meet up here. Jerky, nothing we care about. We actually have a decently sized floor this time. So we do want to be a little careful. But when we're catching enemies off guard and getting critical hits for 99 damage, I don't think there's too much to worry about, luckily. Speaking of, Honey increases to level 10. Talk about lucky, huh? Gains 4 HP, 4 MP, 5 attack, 5 defense, 2 agility, 5 intelligence. Very nice, Honey. Very nice. Now, speaking of, seeing as these are bigger floors, let's use map magic. This is where, at this point in the game, we can honestly kinda stop bringing the beast tail. With map magic, there's no point. We know where the mystic hole is and what the whole map looks like. So, I figured I wanted to show having the beast tail early on, just because, frankly, once you get map magic, because it is fairly easy to get, you really don't need it. Still, we got some use out of it, and if we find a store, we can just sell it off. Not a big deal. And I figure if we can sell it off for the full 400, that would be nice. Because although we are getting money pretty well from those wind staves we sold forever ago, I would like to get more money. Because money does become a very serious problem in this game when you're doing massive breeding chains to get better monsters with more skills under the right circumstances, from the right families, for the correct person, and yada yada yada. It gets expensive. So having money is a good thing. Especially too, once we get further in the game and we have access to more stores, they'll sell some pretty good stuff that I'll actually want to buy. namely sirloins. Those are the king of treats. Being able to buy them is really useful. Still, for now, ribs will do just fine, so long as we use multiple of them. That's why I thought we could find orcs here, but I might be wrong. I might just be thinking of previous gates, which, not a big deal, but, you know, it would have been nice. Not the end of the world. But hey, at least Honey gains another level and is level 11. She gains 3 HP, 3 MP, 3 attack, 4 defense, 3 agility, 4 intelligence, and learns Surround. A very interesting spell. Basically, it engulfs all the enemies with an illusion, which doesn't sound like it does much, but it's more or less a magical sandstorm. So, it's pretty useful. Sure, what are you, Mr. Herb? Just an herb. Alright, fair enough. Let's see. Caterpillar. Not the scariest thing, but fair enough. Also, what floor are we on? That might be why we're not finding Pork. Yeah, I think we're still way too early. I think he's on the later floors. Yeah, 'cause we're definitely not finding them. Ooh, they suddenly attack. That is not my favorite. Especially when it's with Sleep Air. This is why I hate Dragon Kids. They are annoying. Luckily, Honey is still awake. But we'll just let this kind of play out. Judy wakes up, which is phenomenal. Luckily, too, Jay has so much HP right now, because honestly, Flora Jays are really phenomenal. So, he's just fine. I really don't have to worry about him very much. Judy, though, with how little HP she has, you still gotta be a little careful with her. And obviously, Honey, although she has gotten some levels, isn't exactly a main party member. So, it's a good idea to watch yourself. Now, the only worry, too, is that because I specifically bred her with learning Charge Up in mind, I will have to make sure she actually learns that because it's not one of her innate skills. But still, other than that, it should be just fine. Oh! Now this is interesting. Fancy some gambling. This is a treasure room. And while it does seem quite nice to have a bunch of treasures just right in front of you, you need to be careful. These treasure chests can be mimics, which are very dangerous enemies for this point in the game. I don't think they do that to us right now, but seeing as you can save in these rooms, it might be well worth it. I think I'm going to be a fool, and for the point of me recording episodes, I'm just gonna open them. We found a beef jerky. Very nice. Okay. So I think we're in the clear. Yep. Beef jerky and herb. Now, obviously, I can't carry these, but I may as well check if there's anything I do care about, because if not, we'll just leave it behind and be on our way. So yeah, nice little easy room. Though the problem is now we are one step closer to that final floor, at least final random floor. Still, I think we should be able to find the Hork now, if my notes are correct. Demonites, alright, we at least can find these guys. Very good. Also, too, looking at the guide I've been using and following, which, thank you, folks who write guides on games. You are very useful. So long as it's correct. Judy, or not Judy, goodness, Honey should learn Charge Up at around level 14, as long as she has, I believe, 98 HP and 84 attack. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, which means I might need to keep Honey around for a little longer than I like. But seeing as she's already level 11 with only 630 EXP, and Jay's level 20 at 7,000 EXP, I think I can afford to keep her around and do some grinding with her to actually make sure she gets charged up. And that shouldn't be a problem. Also, hello, Clown. It's one of the funniest enemies in this game, I think, is the one-eye Clown. Now, interestingly, if you breed two one-eye Clowns, you get a Chop Clown. The same way as if you breed two Demonites, you get a Gate Guard. A lot of monsters, when bred with themselves, actually produce a unique thing. So it can be worth trying to catch more of the same. In fact, as I've already mentioned, that's going to be the exact thing we're doing with Slib. Aha! The Hork. Now, seeing as we don't have either of these monsters, I'm gonna just use a Pork Chop and see who they go for. Just so I can get an idea of what they want to target. My guess is they're going to go for the Hork first. Yes, they do. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. It means that until we get a actual fight with only Horks, we're gonna have to specifically target the one-eye Clown, which not the end of the world, but it's gonna take some doing, which is fine. Just, you know, a little more than I'd like to have to. Still, in the meanwhile, gaining levels for Honey is not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Demonite. And I was going to say goodbye. Oh, yeah, she actually can one-shot the caterpillar. Very nice, Honey. Speaking of very nice, nice level. You're level 12. You gain 3 HP, 5 MP, 6 attack, 3 defense, 2 agility, 3 intelligence. Very nice. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep looking around for that Hork. Okay. I have a feeling they're still just gonna go for the Hork. So I'm gonna tell everyone to defend, barring Jay, who I am hoping will just hit the Demonite and kill him. Okay, very good. Alright, those Goosebumps might save the Hork's life. I doubt it. But let's try giving the Hork a rib. If we're lucky, that should be enough. If not, I was going to say ideally he'll survive, but he doesn't exactly have a lot of health. And perfect. The Hork gets up and is looking at us. Want to take the Hork into your party? Absolutely. The nice thing, too, is that it was a male, which is what we needed. So, thank goodness. Now, interestingly, his name there is PT. I don't know why. Like the default, when Hork just fits. So, we'll name Hork Hork. Want to take him with you? Not particularly, but I do want to look at his stats. Level 5. Frankly, terrible at everything. He's spoiled, but he knows poison gas and lush licks, so, yeah, we'll have to work on him a little bit before we breed him with Judy, because Judy's already seriously struggling on her stats. So, pairing those two together is a bad recipe. Still, the resulting monster is quite good. So, I can't exactly turn my nose up at it completely. Also, too, I accidentally left everyone on command, so all they'll do is attack. So I need to give them actual commands again. So let's see. Jay, charge. Judy, charge. Honey, cautious. Please and thank you, sweetheart. Nice little knockout. Let's see. How close are you to a level? 204. Not particularly close, but hey! An enemy priest, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm feeling risky. Let's go for it. It must be the destiny to meet you here. I'll restore you if you can beat me. And boy, are we gonna try. Oh. Wild Ape, Mad Spear, and Land Owl. Uh-huh. I'm gonna set Jay and Judy to mixed. Because I feel some... Yeah, I was gonna say... Some stop spell, maybe an increase, just something. Yeah, some sleep, absolutely. I felt that was a pretty good idea. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey. Wow, folks. Huh. That's a lot of damage. Well, at the very least, if we succeed, Surge. Oh, wow. That is an incredibly advanced spell. Surge, for reference, cures all status ailments for all party members, and it requires 4 other skills to merge to get that. That is an insanely good skill. So, of course, I'm going to try to steal his monster. Which, oh man, that damage is huge. I am not a fan. So, hey, I know I'm only giving you ribs, but think of the benefits. There really aren't too many, to be completely honest. I'm not even gonna lie. But hey, join us. It'd be fun. I'd appreciate it. Ow. Okay, well, guess have another rib, because I'm insane, and I love wasting items. Now, to be fair, if we do recruit them, this could open some things up for us. If not, oh well. Still, 521 EXP. Beautiful. Judy increases to level 13, gaining 4 HP, 5 MP, 4 attack, 5 defense, 4 agility, 3 intelligence, and her fireball becomes Fire Bane. Honey increases to level 13, gaining 4 HP, 4 MP, 5 attack, 5 defense, 3 agility, 5 intelligence. And the female land owl does join us. Oh, how exciting. Oh, that's great. I'm going to call you Hoot. Come along. Absolutely. Let's take a look at her, actually. I'm real curious. She is level 21, with honestly not great stats for being that level. She's ordinary and knows Infirmore, Heal, and Surge. Huh. Okay. That is incredibly worth noting. You might be very useful. As I promised, restore power. Thank you kindly, good sir. You just made things a lot easier. Turns out those ribs were worth it. What a great gate this has been. I figure we'll go a little long and finish it up. Because, hey there. Not the talkative type, huh? Works for me. The Mad Knight. Let's see. Charge. I'm gonna set Judy on cautious. Honey, you can stay on charge. Realistically, I shouldn't have even bothered commanding them, but should be all good. Now, as you can see, the Mad Knight will do a lot of damage, so you gotta keep up on your healing. I want to say this boss also knows Beast Cut, so if you brought, like, Gig, for instance, with you, this guy can hurt. Now, I want to say the actual move he's using is Massacre, which I think always does some percentage of health. Or I'm completely wrong and will eat my words. It just hurts. It just really hurts. Another reason that I'm happy I didn't come here, but if you notice, it can also hit itself. You gotta be careful. Now, I believe Mad Knight here, if my notes are correct, should always join us. And look at that. Perfect. His name is Pash. So, come along, bud. Want to take him in on your quest? Well, we'll look at him if nothing else. Pash here is level 12 with, honestly, pretty decent stats for his level. He's smug, fair enough, and knows Massacre and Beast Cut. So yeah, he hurts. And again, not very talkative.
This place was ruined by monsters a long time ago. So long ago. Well, let's go.
I want to say that that's from Dragon Quest II, if memory serves. I might be wrong on that.
Oh, Terry, you be Mad Knight. How did you find the Traveler's Gate for Mad Knight? You're almost as clever as I am.
Oh, King.
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little, but it's up to you, Terry. Use the vaulted library well. You're dismissed. Busy, busy, busy.
Yeah, good seeing you too, King. At least he has confidence in us. Thank you for the heal, seeing as poor Judy there got destroyed. In fact, I'll need to fix our order real quick. Oh, there we go. And I think next time we play Dragon Warrior Monsters, I think Jay and Honey are going to have a little date. And then their offspring is going to journey with us and Slib's offspring into one of the new Traveler's Gates. Possibly that might be foolhardy. I might do a little farming and, get them up to snuff, then go through. We'll see what happens. I'm not totally sure. Still, as always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.